about it.
Hi everyone! So for this video, I am going to be showing you how I made my Halloween costume. This costume can be used to dress up as an angel, ballerina, or a swan. Here are the materials that you are going to need. I am only going to be making a half circle skirt, but if you want to make a full circle skirt, you are welcome to do that. I've included the measurements required. Here are the measurements that I used. I've also made this diagram to make it easier to understand what you are aiming for the skirt. After marking the half circle skirt, it is now ready to be cut. This is the shape that you're wanting to have. And then make sure that it fits around your waist and it is the right length that you want it to be. If you chose to make a full circle skirt, it's gonna be much flowy than what I had over here. The next step is to hem the bottom of the skirt. What I'm doing is called a double rolled hem. So you fold and sew about half a centimeter and then you fold and sew again. And then give it a press afterwards. I am now making the straps for the lace-up back. Woven fabrics can usually be ripped this way, which is very convenient. But give it a try first because you wouldn't want to destroy your fabric. The laces are going to be approximately 0.5 centimeter wide. The fold will actually be on the right side to make the lines on the sewing machine my guide. Trim the seam allowance so that it's not bulky when you turn the strap inside out. You can use a loop turner, but my loop turners always break, so I opted for a bobby pin instead. So you'd want to snip a little bit off the end of the strap and then insert your bobby pin like so. And then just keep on pushing through the bobby pin until the strap is inside out. Giving it a press will flatten it and will make it look more professional. And then afterwards, I burn the edges so that it closes off. Moving on to the bodice, these are my patterns. You'll need 2 sets of the bodice patterns for the lining and the main fabric. So right sides together and press the seam allowances for a clean finish. Because the bodice is a tube top or it doesn't have any straps to hold it up, you will need to put in boning so that the bodice can stand on its own. She's independent. Anyway, so you would want to cut the right length and then press it so that it's not curved and then sew as shown. Sew fabric casings at the end like this so that the boning doesn't stick through once the bodice is finished. I sewed 2 loopholes on each side of the back for the lace details. Sew the lining and the main pieces right sides together along the neckline and also the back. Because of the curved neckline, you are going to want to snip the seam allowance so that it curves properly when it's turned inside out. This is what the back looked like. Going back to the skirt, it is now time to mark where the feathers are going to be sewn. So the interval is going to be 7 centimeters. I bought my feathers from the dollar store and our local craft shops. I think this part is the most tedious part of the process because there's just so much feathers to sew. Thread keeps breaking because I didn't realize that in between the satin encasing of the feathers, there's glue and that causes the thread to break. So this is what it looks like at the moment. I went back to the sewing machine again and tried to sew the feathers at a different part where there isn't a glue and it works. I'll be sewing on the sewing machine again and this is what it looks like so far. I used to sew where the blue line is where it gets caught up in the glue which causes the thread to break, but now because I'm sewing on the part where there's no glue, it is perfectly fine. This is what it looks like at the moment. So the skirt is finished. and I've attached and I've attached the bodice and the skirt together, and this is what the back looks like. It's gonna have that open and just lace up back detail. So for today, I am just going to be gluing the feathers, which are over here, to the bodice. So I'm going to be using a glue gun and glue sticks to glue them here, but you can also use E6000, which is an actual fabric glue if you want, but I just felt like it's okay to do that because it's mine anyway, and I don't have an E6000. So I'm gonna be starting on the bigger feathers and then put them kind of like on a diagonal just to form that V, and then I'll later be saturating the bald parts with the smaller feathers. Because I feel like it's like this. I just wanted that V look that will accentuate the waist and will make it look more flattering. I started from the center front with the biggest feathers and then worked my way outwards to the back. If you are unsure on how to place the feathers, just experiment with it, and you can also refer to this time lapse of me putting the feathers. It's almost finished. I could just leave this like this if I wanted to, but I felt like it could use some more like kind of like texture to it. It could use some texture to it. That's why I'm gonna be using these very fluffy feathers from the skirt, and I'll just be taking them one by one, and I'm just going to be letting it stick out, similar to these ones that I've already put. They also will kind of move when you walk around or you move or you dance. This was a last minute thing where I decided I wanted a beaded belt for the waist. I created the pattern that I wanted with 3 different beads, and then I glue gunned it to the waist so that it stays in place. It is also a good way to cover the ends of the feathers. Hello. So I finished the dress. So it's over here. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I think the beads was a good finish to it. It was a last minute thing. I'm really happy. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you in making your dress. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time.